Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So recently there was a great post made by Panos Mech over on X, and it was regarding the AMM and the FX market. For everyone that is not aware, if you are an XRP holder, you should 100% be focused on the AMM because we are now at 97% consensus. We are just days away from having this passed. March 22nd is the date that you want to watch for. Obviously, yes, I don't put a lot of weight on dates, but this is an actual date that does matter when it comes to this passing and fully being implemented onto the XRP Ledger. Right now, there's 34 yays. I'm not expecting us to get any major no's when it comes to this, and I don't expect us to fall below the threshold. So this, at this moment, is essentially passed. Now, let's talk about how this will affect XRP. Let's talk about the doors of opportunity that are opened when it comes to the AMM for XRP. So like I said, big shout out to Panos for this. We have the role of AMMs in the multi-trillion-dollar FX market and how the XRP Ledger and XRP can benefit from stablecoins and on-chain FX. Currencies are the tectonic plates of the financial system, rooted at the base of every trade and transaction. The foreign exchange market is the largest and most liquid financial market in the world, with daily trading volumes of $7+ trillion. And yes, if we look at this chart here, daily currency trading volumes rise to $7.5 trillion in April of 2022. This is FX frenzy. $7.5 trillion per day, guys. In TradFi, the correspondent banking model of FX settlements makes transactions harder and more expensive for users. Settlement risk is a big concern, and based on the BIS, or the Bank for International Settlements, triennial survey, in 2022, around 1/3 of deliverable FX turnover, around 2.2 trillion, is at risk daily. So just think about that for a second. $2.2 trillion is at risk every single day. Another example is traders. An FX trader has to fund their account with a broker, fees. Next, the broker has to submit the trade to a bank, fees. Finally, the bank will fill the trade on the open market, which is also fees. In the crypto ecosystem, stablecoins have emerged as a critical component, providing a bridge between the volatile cryptocurrency markets and the stability of traditional fiat currencies. On-chain FX doesn't play any meaningful role in crypto yet, despite it being a perfect and straightforward use case for DeFi. But this is gradually changing. The advantages of DeFi via AMMs, or automated market makers, over TradFi for foreign exchange transactions are numerous, including faster, cheaper, and more efficient value exchange and transfer. And it is because you are cutting out a large portion of those fees. And here you actually have a comparison as well. You can see the features, the traditional FX market, and even the on-chain FX. And again, through AMMs, you have that always on 24/7 trading liquidity through AMMs and near instant settlement on blockchains. Again, I don't think that I need to really put things into perspective on how much volume and value this could very well generate if it is extremely efficient and adopt it heavily. Atomic payment versus payment transactions enabled through blockchain can eliminate the settlement risk in which one leg of a transaction is settled without the other, a $2.2+ trillion risk. AMMs utilize passive asset owners as liquidity providers to deepen market depth, reduce the risk of flash crashes, and facilitate always-on liquidity versus markets closed on weekends and bank holidays. And here you can actually see this is relative liquidity of the dollar and euro on-chain exchange over the course of the week. And you can see the market depth over mean percentage. Again, this is pretty straightforward, and it really does put an emphasis on the volatility and a change in terms of liquidity versus markets closing on weekends and bank holidays. You could see that Saturday through Sunday, it's pretty stable for the most part. During the week, that's when you see peak volatility. But regardless, we have, with the upcoming AMM on the XRP Ledger lies a huge opportunity. On-chain FX could be utilized by payment networks like Ripple's financial institutions, neobanks and fintechs, corporates, businesses, and individuals. Anyone can trade currencies and become a liquidity provider. On-chain FX can also benefit SMEs in many ways. Small and medium-sized enterprises can often face significant challenges and costs when it comes to managing their foreign exchange risk. Whether it is paying suppliers or employees in a different currency area or processing invoicing of goods and services, the risk is always big. Traditional methods of hedging, such as using multi- or single-dealer platforms, can be expensive and may not be accessible to SMEs. The near instant settlement and 24/7 availability of on-chain FX can provide SMEs with significant cost savings and risk reductions. In addition, AMMs tend to favor smaller transactions, making them well suited for the needs of SMEs. Then, of course, welcome in the XRP Ledger. So the XRP Ledger has been a front runner in providing fast and cost-effective transactions and introduced the first decentralized exchange in 2012, allowing users to trade directly on the ledger without the need for intermediaries. The current DEX operates using a central limit order book where buy and sell orders are matched. The introduction of an automated market maker on the XRP Ledger that is about to launch on March 22nd is set to enhance the on-chain FX capabilities of the ledger. The presence of more stablecoins on the XRP Ledger would mean users have access to a broader spectrum of currencies for trading and payment purposes. This diversity is crucial for XRP Ledger to cater to a global audience, as it allows users to trade and make payments in their preferred or local stablecoins. XRP Ledger's pathfinding feature is a powerful tool that can use XRP as a bridge currency to facilitate on-chain FX trades and payments. And that is where a lot of people are focusing on the big swings on XRP. Now, the thing about this, right, with FX is that XRP is not as volatile as utilizing fiat currencies. I've broken this down many times in the past because I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a video of Brad Garlinghouse and the CEO of Swift where they were making the argument about how XRP is more volatile than fiat, but it's not. Fiat currency is actually more volatile than XRP if we are talking about settlement on transactions. Why? Because of the speed at which that transaction is actually settled. In 3 seconds, prices are not going to change drastically. But when you're talking about, 3 to 5 days or 7 days or possibly even more, depending on, of course, the settlement time, then you can see fiat currencies changing in price drastically. It does happen. So when we look at this, right, XRP is going to be a major plus when it comes to FX markets because of the lack of volatility, the speed at which it can settle transactions, the cost, the efficiency. This is a game changer. And the AMM is really going to unlock a major door of opportunity here as well. When a user wants to convert one stablecoin to another, the pathfinding algorithm can find the most efficient route for the transaction, potentially involving XRP as an intermediary. This process can minimize slippage and provide users with the best possible rates. Like I said, very efficient. For example, if a user wants to trade a USD stablecoin for a Euro stablecoin, the pathfinding algorithm could use XRP USD and XRP Euro liquidity pools to complete the transaction. This not only streamlines the trading process, but also opens up opportunities for arbitrage and other trading strategies. The future of the FX market is on-chain, where innovations like stablecoins and networks such as XRP Ledger are leading the charge towards a more interconnected and frictionless world. And I thought that this was such an incredible post. Big shout out, like I said, to Panos. Now, when we look at this, right, it reminds me of a post I put out back in June. So it was regarding the FX market. Now, I said in a recent report from October of 2022, the BIS concluded that OTC, or over-the-counter FX markets, have reached $7.5 trillion per day. This is roughly over $2.3 quadrillion per year. What I find very interesting about this is the last bullet there. 5 jurisdictions make up 78% of all FX trading. Those 5 include the US, the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, Singapore, and Japan. Ripple has massive exposure to 4 out of 5 of these major jurisdictions, minus, of course, the US due to regulatory scrutiny. There is a ton of opportunity for crypto-enabled solutions in the FX market. A few of the recent announcements regarding Ripple and XRP include Singapore granting Ripple an MPI license for their XRP-powered on-demand liquidity solution, Hong Kong, Ripple, and the Fubon Bank to showcase real estate asset tokenization use cases as part of the Hong Kong Monetary Authority's inaugural EHKD pilot program, and then, of course, many Ripple partners have expanded into Japan in the recent years. SBI Group has been streamlining Ripple XRP adoption in Japan for a while. And of course, the UK. The UK has been spearheading crypto regulations and adoption with a focus on becoming a crypto hub. There is a ton of exposure to Ripple in the UK, including work around the digital pound and revolutionizing their RTGS system. Many Ripple partners are also leaders around the UK and have been expanding services within the nation for a while. Nonetheless, this is why I have been hyper-focused on what is happening outside of the US, especially around Ripple. Connections are being made, and Ripple is making a big name for itself in this or in these large jurisdictions. And again, you can see the full breakdown of this. But also remember, right? If we go back in time a little bit, just back in October, there was a full report on Ripple's website that mentioned the fact that they do have 90% of the global foreign exchange market covered already. Big shout out to ISO 2022, let's do it, and also XRP drops. We have Ripple on-demand liquidity. XRP reaches 90% of the FX market, plus Swift network update to accommodate digital currencies for foreign exchange, cross-border trade. And here we have, with on-demand liquidity's expansion into nearly 40 payout markets around the world, representing 90% of the FX market, the proof is in the pudding. Now, the thing about this that gets me very excited is the fact that, is this Ripple's plan, right? Was this all planned ahead of time? Because I have a hard time thinking that this isn't the plan. Let's think about this logically, right? We have that lawsuit with the SEC. During that time, Ripple continues to expand rapidly outside of the US. And now they represent 90% of the FX market. At a time where, by the way, the BIS is pushing major projects regarding FX settlement through DeFi initiatives and tokenization initiatives. And they even do mention an automated market maker specifically to trade and settle spot FX transactions automatically. All right, so we get that. At the same exact time that the AMM is about to pass, think about how big this could very well be if all of this is by plan. Now, is it just a coincidence? I don't really believe in that. I do believe that this is going to make a ton of noise on the XRP Ledger. I really do think so. And also, remember, every single major player like Swift is now moving to accommodate digital assets, and also they're focused on, we have it down here, Swift has also made changes to its foreign exchange messages in the same report. There is now added support for digital currencies and non-deliverable FX trades that do not have an ISO 4217 currency code. And this is starting on November 19th of 2023. It is already live. But here we have the global payout coverage, Ripple 2023. Over 70 payout markets available, which represents 90% of the global foreign exchange market. Ripple's global payout network has now moved more than $30 billion in payment volume. And this is just recently. This is back in like September. We have in 2022, Ripple launched in new markets and upgraded current fiat-based customers to on-demand liquidity across key markets like Argentina, Belgium, Israel, Australia, Brazil, Kenya, Nigeria, Singapore, the UAE, the UK, and even the US. And yes, we are still expanding rapidly in the US. Remember all of those major payment licenses in multiple states. Guys, they are covering a large portion of the world in terms of a lot of these payment market opportunities, even around FX. Now, like I said, going back to Project Mariana from the BIS, which, by the way, like I said, Ripple joined the BIS for their CPMI group back in the summertime. Again, connections after connections after connections. But this was back in September. And if we look more into this, we could actually see DeFi elements tested in the project, specifically automated market makers, could form the basis for a new generation of financial market infrastructures. Literally telling you that automated market makers within DeFi could form the basis for a new generation of financial market infrastructures. Like, this is insane to read. And this is also focusing on CBDCs. They're talking about wrap CBDCs, cross-border trading, and settlement. That was the proof of concept with this. But I really do think that the AMM, as they do even say here, pulled the liquidity of the hypothetical euro, Singapore dollar, and Swiss franc wrapped CBDCs with innovative algorithms enabling spot FX transactions to be priced and executed automatically and settled immediately. These protocols could be used by the next generation of financial market infrastructures facilitating cross-border trading and settlement between financial institutions. Do I need to tell you that Ripple has been putting a spotlight on the cross-border payment market for well over a decade now? They've been innovating, moving, and expanding rapidly. They've been putting XRP and the XRP Ledger in the spotlight around payment use cases, tokenization endeavors. And then you have David Schwartz saying the AMM is the secret sauce. And then you get this project from the BIS at the same exact time that XRP is deemed not a security. And then we also get the AMM, which is now looking like it's fully passed, also at the same exact time that Ripple now covers over 90% of the FX market. Think about how crazy this is. We also have, as tokenization and DeFi technologies are still nascent, further research and experimentation is needed. The BIS Innovation Hub and its global partners will continue exploring their benefits and challenges based on relevant use cases. But to me, it's clear that DeFi, tokenization, and the AMM will definitely be a part of the future. And also, Ripple's director for CBDC business development recently revealed the company's keen interest in Project Mariana as well because of the FX market harnessing the power of tokenized financial systems, but also even liquidity pools and AMMs. We have here that Project Mariana is a fascinating body of work, and it's something Ripple is in parallel is exploring because, again, the AMM technology is the secret sauce here. And we have down here, that's pools of liquidity. One of the often overlooked elements of this is having that liquidity in place. It's really critical to making sure these models function. And remember, right, the AMM is not just central to cross-border payments or FX payments. It's actually central to everything, even tokenization. Tokenization is going to demand a ton of on-demand liquidity. This is the game changer. This will change everything. This will put XRP and Ripple into a prime position to target the FX market, target tokenization endeavors, pretty much become that one-stop shop and that all-in-one package if you really wanted to do anything around payments, finance, you name it. This is why the AMM is such a big deal. And I've been waiting on the AMM for years, guys. And we're now finally here. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.